keep you reminded of your ultimate truth, and that truth is to please the narcissistic parent, yeah, to take care of them, to please them, to worship them, and to make them, somewhat, feel good. Hello everyone, I hope everyone is doing good and taking good care of themselves. So today I'm going to talk about, the different dog whistle tactics narcissistic parents use to manipulate their children. And before I get going, I would request you all to like, share, subscribe the channel, hit the notification bell so you guys are updated whenever we put out a new content. So we know narcissistic individuals, choose to become parent because they want, more sources of supply. They get into marriage, they get into relationship, they choose to start a family because they want, permanent sources of supply, someone who doesn't run away. But in some of the cases, people do run away. I mean, children do go no contact. Partners, husbands or wives, they do, file for divorce and they take divorce. But overall, if you see, these supply sources, they don't run away because, the way how they are conditioned, brainwashed, you know uh, they are simply stuck in that cycle, they are stuck in that relationship. Plus, we should give credit to our society because society is, very enabling towards these narcissistic individuals, narcissistic, attitude and behavior. So, narcissistic individuals are, eulogized in a lot of ways. Narcissistic behavior traits and, tendencies are also, revered and, awarded by our society. So yes, it's not easy to come out of narcissistic relationship because there is a lot of guilt involved, there is a lot of shame involved. And when you are with a narcissist, you are also surrounded by their ecosystem. Their ecosystem comprises of, their flying monkeys, their enablers, their fellow narcissists, nascent narcissists, yeah. So it's not easy, but majority of, these victims, they are stuck in that relationship. Very few, are able to come out of, those narcissistic relationships, whether it is narcissistic parents or, narcissistic spouse. So not everyone, is able to come out of these relationships. Not everyone is able to, go no contact. And as a therapist, I never advise, my clients to, go no contact if, they are not financially stable. If there is a lot of collateral damage, I, suggest them not to go no contact. No contact is not for everyone. No contact is for those who can take care of themselves, for those who can start over again, for those, who are strong enough, yeah, to bear with the losses, yeah. No contact is not for everyone, yeah. But if things are absolutely, toxic, things become, very difficult to tolerate, it's very suffocating in that relationship, then of course you can end the relationship. But there are, some ways with the help of which you can somewhat, make things manageable and make things livable. But overall, being in such relationship will, take a toll on your health, yeah, mental health, physical health. So it's not easy to survive a narcissistic relationship. It is not easy to come out of a narcissistic relationship, yeah. So no contact is not for everyone, yeah. Now coming to the different dog whistle tactics that narcissistic parents use to manipulate their children. So dog whistle is basically, the whistle that the dog, is able to hear. Others cannot, yeah. Only your dog knows and identifies, with that special unique whistle, yeah. So dog whistling is basically, in this case, narcissistic parents unique way of, keeping you on hook, unique way of, putting you back on track, yeah. Just the way how, dog owners use their own unique, dog whistles to summon their dog and discipline their dog, or ask their dog to do something. This is, very similar to that. Yeah, narcissistic parents have their, own set of, dog whistle tactics, and they use this to put their kids back on track. The moment they see the kids are trying to, go off hook, or the kids are trying to become, somewhat independent and, enjoying their life, that's the time narcissistic parents, engage in, these dog whistle tactics. Yeah. So every time, they see you, enjoying your life, being happy in your life, they are going to use dog whistle tactics. And this is basically to summon you, this is basically to put you back on track, and this is basically to keep you reminded of your ultimate goal and truth, and that is to please them, serve them, and make them happy, and gather the tiny bit of crumbs in the form of love, affection, validation in return. So the first dog whistle tactic that narcissistic parents use to manipulate their children is backhanded compliments. So narcissistic parents, will often give compliments that are, very subtly, to criticize you and demean you. Yeah, so they are going to tell you, well, uh, you did okay, you could have done better. Yeah, so they are not going to tell you, well, that's amazing, this is good, you did it so well. They are not going to, give you those kind of validation and, approval. Instead, they are going to tell you, well, you did well for someone like you. Yeah, so they are going to give all that backhanded, compliments. Yeah, they are never going to, validate you the way how healthy parents do. Yeah, they laud you, they validate you, and they, give you honest and, genuine, compliments. I'm so proud of you. Yeah, you did so well. With narcissistic parents, things are different, and this is basically to, instill that feeling of inadequacy. Yeah, they don't want you to feel whole, they don't want you to feel good about your own self, about your achievement, about your doing. Yeah, so that is the reason, we get to see narcissistic parents, into giving backhanded compliments. They are never going to, directly tell you and laud you, I'm proud of you. Instead, they are going to tell you, well, you could have done a little better, well, look at their son, well, look at their daughter, she did so well, he did so well. Yeah, so, you are never good enough, and they will keep you reminded that you could have done better. Yeah, they are not going to, tell you that you did well, but they are going to, instill this feeling inside of you. With all that backhanded compliment, they are going to instill this feeling inside of you. Yeah, the feeling of inadequacy. Yeah, and that's how they manipulate you and, keep you on track. Yeah, this is their way of, dog whistling you. Yeah, this is their way of summoning you and putting you back on track. Yeah, that you are not good enough, you could have done better, but what you have done now, that's not good enough. Yeah, you need to do a lot more, you need to do better next time. The other dog whistle tactics that narcissistic parents use to manipulate their children is, guilt tripping. So, narcissistic parents will make, subtle, comments to instill guilt, like, after all I have done, for you, you can't even do this for me, I sacrificed so much for you, and, you can't even do this much for me, you can't do that for me. Yeah, and this is basically to, create a sense of obligation and emotional manipulation. They really don't want you to become independent, they want you, to be, in that cycle. They want you to be a part of that narcissistic system. Yeah, they want you to be a part of the family, they want you to be a part of the system, that abusive system. Yeah, they don't want you to outgrow or, move on in life. So, they are going to, keep you reminded of the bare minimum that they do for you. They are going to tell you, well, after all, the things that I have done for you, this is what I get in return, this is what you can do for me, can't you do a little more, can't I expect something better out of you? Yeah, so they are going to, guilt trip you, and guilt tripping is, a kind of a dog whistle tactics. Yeah, that narcissistic parents use to, put you back on track, to, keep you reminded of your ultimate truth, and that truth is to please the narcissistic parent. Yeah, to take care of them, to please them, to worship them, and to make them, somewhat, feel good. The other dog whistle tactics that narcissistic parents use to manipulate their children is undermining achievements. So narcissistic parents are not going to, compliment you, or laud you and praise you for your achievement. Instead, they are going to, tell you, well, it's not a big deal. Anyone could have done that. This is nothing great. Look at their son, they have done so much. Look at their daughter, they have done so much. And this is basically to, diminish the child's, sense of pride and self-worth. Yeah, so they are never going to, tell you, I'm so proud of you, you did so well. I mean, for your age, you did so well. Yeah, for the things that we have done for you, I mean, you have outperformed. I mean, we were unable to give you anything and everything, but still you did so well, and I'm proud of you. And they're not going to, give you all those, genuine compliments and validation. Instead, they are going to undermine your achievements. Yeah, anybody could have done it. Well, their son did more, their daughter did more, they are enjoying a better life, and look at my life, I'm suffering. I am, just dilly dangling here and there. So, narcissistic parents, you know crush your soul in a lot of ways, and this is basically to keep you on hook. This is basically to keep you reminded, of your ultimate truth, and that is to serve them, please them, worship them, and that's it. The other dog whistling tactics that narcissistic parents use to manipulate their children is, with comparative, praise. So narcissistic parents, often, compare their children unfavorably, to the others, with, cousins or other sibling. And, they might say, well, you could be more like your sibling, you could try more like your cousin, you could try and be like him, you could be, like your cousin, you could try and be, like her, like him, like your sibling, like your cousin. And this is basically to foster, um, competition and insecurity. Yeah, they really don't want you to grow up to be a healthy, regulated individual, independent adult. They don't want that. Yeah, they want you to grow up with a distorted sense of self. Yeah, a sense of self that is based on the validation and approval of narcissistic parent. So if they want, they can make you feel good about yourself, and if they don't want, they can make you feel miserable about yourself. That's how things are in narcissistic relationship. No matter how much, counseling I give to, my clients, to people, I have seen, trauma bonded, individuals, um, feeling miserable with one, sentence, that comes out of the narcissistic parent. And, all those, months and years of therapy, goes to waste, because, narcissistic parents know the buttons to press. And when it comes from your caregiver, when it comes from your parent, it hurts you, it antagonizes you in a lot of ways which you can't even imagine. Yeah, so, narcissistic parents are into this, comparative, praise. So narcissistic parents are into, comparative praise. And the last dog whistle tactics that narcissistic parents use to manipulate their children is conditional love statements. So narcissistic parents will use love and approval as a tool to control their children. They may use, statements like, I love you more if you do this. And this implies that their affection, love is conditional, and, it's something that needs to be earned. You are not going to get it like this. Yeah, you need to do, a little more, yeah, than what you had been doing. Yeah, they will tell you, I'll love you more if you could, do this. I would just love if you do this way. Yeah, and this is basically to give you a reminder that love and affection is conditional, and you have to earn. Yeah, if you want more love and affection, you'll have to do more. Yeah, you have to earn their love and affection. Yeah, so in narcissistic families, parental love is like a, competition. Yeah, it's like a, uh, you can say, reward, yeah, for this competition. And the competition is to earn their love and affection. Yeah, burn yourself out, fight with your siblings, fight with the rest of the world, burn yourself out, and then get that crumb, and misunderstand that crumb for love and affection. Yeah, we know all that love and affection, that competition doesn't yield anything healthy and substantial. Instead, it just, gets you, some crumbs. Yeah. And we keep misunderstanding those crumbs for love for the rest of our life. My mom loved me, my dad loved me, and we know what the truth is. So yes, these were a couple of dog whistle tactics that narcissistic parents use to manipulate their children. In case if you would like to add in something, you can always comment below. Till then, take care of yourself. Lots of love and blessings to all of you. And don't ignore the red flags. Work on yourself. Work on your, financial stability, because it's never safe to be around narcissistic individuals. They can, discard you any moment. They can, leave you any moment. And it's better to be prepared. If you see the signs, work on yourself, strengthen yourself financially, take care of yourself, and have a great day.